Hey, what is up, guys? It's Brendan here, and today we're going to be covering what is a home equity line of credit, also popularly known as a HELOC, spelled H-E-L-O-C, standing for Home Equity Line of Credit. So in this video, we're going to be walking through an educational guide, exactly step-by-step what a home equity line of credit is as a general overview, as well as what are maybe some of the best home equity line of credit lenders. Just a quick look there. There's a couple of different options you might want to look into, as well as what is a home equity line of credit best utilized for, as far as when you're considering maybe taking one out and utilizing it for your personal financial situation. So that's what we're going to be breaking down here in today's video. Of course, if you do want to check out those best lenders, check out that first link down below in the video description, some of which are affiliate links, which can be a great way to help out and support the channel. Without ado, let's go ahead and dive into the topic. Again, a home equity line of credit. What is it? So first and foremost, a home equity line of credit, also known as a HELOC, is a flexible borrowing option that allows homeowners to use equity in their homes to access funds. Now, unlike a traditional loan, a HELOC works like a revolving credit line, letting borrowers draw, repay, and borrow again during the draw period. And with rising interest rates or lowering interest rates, does shift different home values, and it can increase the overall consumer demand for financial flexibility. And HELOCs, of course, have had a renewed relevance for people that may want some additional flexibility when it comes to their finances. Again, if rates are rising, or in that, may increase home values or shift the home values, or if rates go down, that again can shift home values. So in this video, again, we're going to be breaking down what a HELOC is, how it works, and why it matters to people, and as well as how different people might find it valuable depending on who's watching, who you are watching this video, and what it might be useful for you and your specific benefits that you may be looking out for your personal financial situation, as well as, some clear and practical strategies for utilizing a HELOC. Now, of course, by definition, a HELOC is, again, a line of credit secured by the equity in a borrower's home, and it gives access to flexible borrowing for expenses. Now, these expenses can look like a variety of different things. These could be home improvement projects. Maybe you want a new kitchen. Maybe you want to tear down some things and spend some money either yourself or even with a contractor, especially if you're utilizing a contractor, or even if you're doing it yourself through Lowe's or Home Depot. It can add up quite quickly. The expenses can add up, but it could be a way that you can utilize some funds and put some improvements into your home as well, and best utilize those resources as for that home equity line of credit. You can use it to improve your home as well. So home improvements, again, that's probably the most popular use for a home equity line of credit, but it is a pretty flexible option. Some other options that you may want to use the funds for is, again, you could also use it for education as well. So maybe you have kids going to college or something like that, or maybe yourself, maybe you're furthering your education. You could also utilize the money for that. In addition, maybe if you have some medical costs that you have built up or accrued, you can use it for things like that. Another popular method is if you have maybe some debt that you want to pay down. Again, depending on the lending terms that you get with your lender, which we'll break that down a little bit later in this video as some popular options. Paying down debt can be another option if you were looking at debt consolidation, in terms of maybe moving some high interest debt, again, off of a credit card, because credit cards tend to be a lot higher interest rates. So if you can pay off the credit cards, then migrate it to something with a lower interest rate, that could also be beneficial and advantageous for you in your situation. And some people also maybe just like to have additional money on the sidelines available, having that HELOC available to you to use to spring on some sort of opportunity, or if some sort of issue and you need to, quote unquote, break glass if needed. That could always be sort of like an existing piggy bank or option that you have available to you. Again, you don't have to use it, but that's something else that maybe some people apply for it, and then they have it kind of sitting on deck and waiting for them. Obviously, if you have a specific expense, then that makes more sense. But for some people, maybe you just like to have the peace of mind that it is available to you. Now, in terms of some of the additional, key features and things to keep in mind with a home equity line of credit is, of course, the key features is that it is a revolving credit line secured by home equity. So you do need to be a home owner, and it's secured by your home equity. That would be the difference in the money of what your property is worth minus the loan that you have on your remaining loan balance. That would give you your total home equity. Now, for the draw period, this can typically be anywhere from 5 to 10 years, following a repayment period of 10 to 20 years. Now, variable interest rates are tied to market benchmarks and fluctuations. Again, different interest rates may vary depending on when you're watching this video as far as what's available. And minimum monthly payments are based on the balance that you have remaining and your rate that you get. Again, that's the interest rate that changes on a day-to-day basis as well as on a year-to-year basis as well. Another thing to consider is maybe potential tax deductibility of interest. This can be done if you are going to be using it for qualifying home improvements. That's why home improvements are probably the most popular use when you're looking at this. Now, in terms of the key players, the types of lenders that you may be seeing for a home equity line of credit, we have this page here put together in partnership with money.com where we rank and put together a list of the best cash out refinance as well as home equity loans and home equity lines of credit. Those are all available here at the first link down below in the video description. That's brandleski.com/HELOC. Take you right over to this page here where you can see the top list of some of the best home equity loans, home equity lines of credit companies. Again, they offer a variety of different types of home equity lines of credit and different types of loans. So those are all consolidated here, and you can type in your zip code as well to get matched with different lenders in your local area. And this is our list of the best. So this page will also be up to date. So no matter when you're watching this video, you can check out that link, and this page will be up to date with the list of the best companies for securing your funds. Now, I bring that up because the key players in home equity lines of credit, of course, are banks, credit unions. You can also be looking at online mortgage lenders. Someone like Rocket Mortgage is our top partner. You also have community-based financing, financial institutions as well, maybe local lenders. Those would be your credit unions and things like that. So you have a variety of different types of banks and online mortgage lenders such as like HomeTap, Unlock, Achieve Loans, AmeriSave. Rocket Mortgage is the most popular in terms of total originations. They do make the process pretty simple. I do have a full review on them as well if you do want to check that out on the channel. But essentially, those are the types of companies that you're going to be dealing with to secure a HELOC. Now, in terms of overall market trends and things to keep in mind with a HELOC as well, is that HELOC applications are rising now because homeowners want to tap into equity instead of refinancing at higher mortgage rates. Again, not as many people are really doing the cash out refis right now because the mortgage rates are higher. So it makes more sense at this moment to do more of the home equity lines of credit, at least as far as where interest rates currently sit. Again, that is dependent on when you're watching this video. Be sure to click view rates on the link in the video description to see what current mortgage rates do sit at. But that's something just to keep in mind as far as data points and market trends for what you're kind of looking at, right? The average US homeowner has over $200,000 in tappable equity as of 2023. So that's something else as a cool data point just to reference here. And something that, a lot of people do have money available that you might want to use for a certain kind of project and things like that. There's also a lot of availability for HELOC applications and approvals via these online lenders that we talk about here in today's video and on the channel. And a lot of them do offer instant pre-approval via their online platforms, as well as fixed rate HELOC options, which can be a hybrid between a HELOC and a home equity loan. And they offer digital tools for monitoring home value and available equity to make it simpler for you. Now, as far as why it may matter to you and watching this video, why you may want this, right? So you get the flexibility. So you have the flexibility, you can borrow only what you need when you need it. You also have cost savings as lower interest rates compared to credit cards or personal loans. So that's a nice benefit there. And on the home improvement side of things, again, going back to that because it's the most popular, is that HELOCs do provide funding for renovations that can boost property values, as well as an emergency cushion. I know we touched about that topic as well, is that it can act as a safety net for unexpected expenses, as well as the debt consolidation side of things, which can replace high interest debt with lower tax advantage credit. Again, lower interest rates when compared to credit cards and personal loans. If you need to carry a debt or balance. Now, some of the top FAQs we're going to be breaking down here in this section of the video, some HELOC FAQs. So number one here is what's the difference between a HELOC HELOC and a home equity loan. I know we talked about that a little bit earlier in this video, but essentially the main difference is a home equity loan provides a lump sum with fixed payments, while a HELOC is a revolving line of credit with variable rates. So do keep that in mind. Number two is, how do lenders determine HELOC limits? Now, these limits are usually based on the borrower's home value, outstanding mortgage balance, as well as credit score and income. I know we talked about home value and outstanding mortgage balance, but it is also based on your credit score and income. So maybe work on improving those factors if you want to get maybe a better HELOC limit, something to just keep in mind. It is based on all those factors there. Next, also, are HELOC interest rates fixed? So most HELOCs have variable rates, though some lenders now offer hybrid or fixed rate options, which is something, again, you can check out at the links in the video description. And can HELOC funds be used for anything? So technically, yes, but the tax deductibility of interest typically only applies when funds are used for qualified home improvements, as we talked about. And then what happens when the draw period ends? So when the draw period ends after that certain amount of time that we discussed, borrowers can no longer withdraw funds and must begin repaying principal plus interest over the repayment term. And are HELOCs risky? That's maybe something else as a cause for concern that maybe some people have as well. They can use your home as collateral, so failure to repay can lead to foreclosure. So there is an inherent risk. You need to make sure that you do take that into consideration. And variable rates may also increase borrowing costs over time. But as long as you're responsible with things and you make sure that you make the payments and check with the lender as far as what that process looks like, what the rates are, if maybe you can do a fixed rate or look at the variable rate flexibility, just keep in mind that you're going to be able to keep up with those payments and make sure that you're not overextending yourself at the end of the day. That is how you mitigate risk. And far as what the outlook is for HELOCs, again, as mortgage rates remain high currently, although maybe they are coming down soon, hopefully we can, fingers crossed, HELOCs are likely to grow in popularity as an alternative to cash out refinancing, because cash out refinancing, I mean, honestly, with the way that rates are, they'd have to go so much lower where that even makes any kind of sense, at least in today's economic conditions. That may change when you're watching this video. Maybe it makes more sense to do that, but that's currently where things are at, and I really foresee them to be like that for quite some time at least, where the market is. So hopefully that helps you as far as the outlook for HELOCs. And as far as the top questions that you may have. Now, overall, again, HELOCs can be a good option for you when you're looking at a revolving line of credit for, and it's secured by your home equity. Again, it can offer flexible, lower rates than credit cards, potential tax deductions. Homeowners can use these for, renovations, debt consolidation, emergency funds. In some cases, again, just keep in mind that the risks of the variable rates and using your home as collateral, that's something always just to bear in mind. Again, it can be a good option if you want some flexibility, affordability, and overall peace of mind. So guys, hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, if you do want to check out the link to the best lenders for a HELOC, you can check out that first link down below in the video description. That's BrentLesky.com/HELOC, HELOC. Again, it'll be that first link down below in the video description. Guys, if you found this video helpful or enjoyed it, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.